Everybody who's embroiled in hatred, using these things to just fan the flames of chaos and more deaths. Neutralize things in yourself and understand how important it is to stay level-headed. I'm just so impressed. Like it's overwhelming to me. I woke up this morning and I was talking to a TI who, she's worried about her children. She's trying to find defense for them. Then I hear my attackers on V2K, and they're just trying to amp me up. They're saying negative things. They're talking about killing me and stuff like that. And it's the opposite. It's the opposite of anything that's going to help anybody. Before I got angry, because I was very angry, trying to just help somebody who, that there's not you gotta really combine a lot of defenses and things to defeat this stuff. There's not one solution. Hopefully there will be. Even if we can't just put this program down, there's gonna come a solution that's strong enough to protect people, and then the program will go down anyway. It's kind of like a mirror inside of a mirror. But I remember, because I was getting angry, I was like, I'm waking up, and me and another TI are trying to help each other, and just we're trying to help each other and give each other information, and these people are just screaming on V2K that they have to do this, and they really want to hurt people, and they don't really care about the consequences. Before I got angry, I just remembered the conference call last night, and these women and these men who speak on these conference calls, and they are getting basted, literally. I mean, like, cooked. And what they do is they turn around and they're like, what can I do with my information to help others, to disseminate this information, to neutralize, to say the right things? And I try and learn. You guys know I fumble over my words, and I have a hard time knowing what to tell people because the situation is so difficult. And I hear these men and women on these calls. They say, the right thing. They know what to tell somebody. And I'm overly impressed. Like, I'm just beyond impressed with that kind of humanity. And I see how it works, and I see how, it can give people hope. And really in getting with your spirituality. And God is behind us on this. He doesn't like to see our world in flames and a bunch of human beings playing God. I know that for a fact. I don't just know it in my heart or with faith. I know it from seeing the world around me. It punishes us when people start playing God, and all these events are going on, and they just want to put more lies and more murder on these bad things that are happening in all of our cities around the world. But I just want to say, I watch both. I watch how people who have been very, very hurt, and they're in need, they turn around and they give. And they give peacefully, and they fix things. And I watch how that works. And it works. It works, and I'm impressed. And, it's people who fight for what's good. They can give so much more to their communities than anything this material gain and these directed energy weapon programs. They're just putting more fuel on the fire of all these huge things that are going on in my city. I don't, that's crazy what just happened in my city. It is crazy. Nothing that bad has happened in my city like that as long as I've been alive. I mean, this directed energy weapon, where they're kind of slow killing us, that's horrible. But now it's like there are things that everybody's going to see in this city, and people are going to, I don't know what kind of effect it's going to have on everybody. So neutralization, of your own fears, and getting up and being strong, using it to strengthen yourself and to strengthen others, it'll win the day. And so I guess I just wanted to give that message. I can't believe what's going on in my city, and then I still have people, caravanning me. They still have DHS fusion center citizens, caravanning me and tailing me. It's unbelievably crazy. It's unbelievably crazy, and the only way we're gonna combat lunacy and cowardice like this is to do the opposite. But we're getting there. I did post, the conference call schedule on my main post on my page, and I tried to put it on some of my videos. Joe's call doesn't exist anymore, and Karen's call is now Ella's call on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. I guess Eastern Standard Time. And so I'll try and post that and correct it. Leave a comment. A lot of those calls were right, though. Neil, it's Sunday today, and there's a call tonight, which is posted, which is a good call for like technology and cleansing and stuff like that. He knows a lot about the things that they use to put in our bodies to strengthen these electromagnetic frequencies. It's a great call. They're stopping every light. They're going really hard on me, and I asked the question. I'm like, why are they going so hard on me? I've defended pretty well. I've had to put things together, and I do want to make another video like inside the condo. I just don't want to be too loud because there are a lot of older people in there, and I don't, but I don't think anybody can really hear me, in there. And it doesn't matter. The people on top of me are actually involved, so it wouldn't really matter making noise for them. But I do want to just show all my defenses. I've spent way too much, but I'm trying to experiment with things, hoping that I'll hit something that just really, really helps. That just like takes it down like a whole bunch. Really, the things that I'd say just work fabulously and they're cheap. They're the cheapest things that I know of are the Altera whole house plugs. You can get them $50 a piece on Amazon, and magnet therapy. If you get a 400 or a 500 or a 600 pull magnet, and whenever they're hitting a spot, put it on that spot. Those are really the cheapest things. And I know the magnets are like $150. But it's so effective if you're feeling a lot of pain, because I've realized I really, and I have to check this out to be 100% sure, but I'm almost sure I do not have a chip in my body, but that they can create RF points on your body when they're pouring this electromagnetic frequency to a certain spot. And I learned that on the conference calls. I was confused about that. I pray about it, and I'm like, God, lead me to information about this. And then I get on the conference call, and some very, very intelligent young woman, I'm just super impressed with her. I'm super impressed with every moderator on these calls. They're so patient. They're trying to move things forward and to build awareness. I'm just so impressed, and I'm impressed by their patience and their kindness for what they're going through, because I'm going through it too, and I'm very impressed. And it's like I wouldn't have found out that information unless I was on those conference calls. I'm still not 100% sure on that, but you have a lot of TIs that are like, yep, definitely chips, and this young woman just gave me information that just blew my mind. And it makes a whole lot of sense. It makes a whole lot of sense because the kind of stuff that I'm feeling, I would have to have a chip in like 5 places, and so what she said made a lot of sense, and it was a game changer for me to understand it. That's why the magnet therapy would really work very well, because you feel pain on a certain part of your body that they're trying to kind of load up with electromagnetic frequencies to make it a stable RF point for a little while. You put a magnet on there and you neutralize that. Just really impressed by TIs. Kind of worried about my city. They're fanning something is, it's just like other cities where this has happened. And this is crazy. Police, I don't know how many have been killed, but there were a lot, and it was at a police station. That's super crazy stuff. I just please pray for those officers and their families. Please pray for just my community. And these guys that are still attacking me with the microwave hearing stuff, they haven't skipped a beat. They haven't skipped a beat on it. So I don't know what they're doing. Like, I don't understand it. It's cowardice to me on a scale that I've never experienced in my life. It doesn't matter that they're not being seen. To me, that doesn't matter at all. The technology to me doesn't matter at all. If it's used for evil, the technology is a detriment and not something positive, even if it's the most advanced technology ever created. Which I doubt it. I doubt that this even is. There's probably other stuff that is just worlds ahead of this that we haven't even seen rear its head in our world. But try and jump on those calls. Sometimes it's gonna, because I get on there sometimes and they're talking about something that I've already heard about, and they spend a lot of time on it because there are new TIs coming on the call. So I'm like, this isn't, this isn't really for me. But be patient with it. Jump to a bunch of the different calls, and it really it'll help with feeling isolated. And I guess I didn't realize, because I didn't accidentally, but I sent the schedule to a bunch of my Facebook friends who are TIs, and some of them had no idea about these calls. So if you are a TI, please, if I've sent you the information on the calls, or you can get it off my channel, please disseminate it among other TIs in whatever way you can, on Facebook, on YouTube. I'm still going forward with the YouTube campaign. I'm actually putting the call schedule on other TIs' videos. I'm not going to ask them. They can take it down if they want, but I doubt that they'll want that because they're TIs, and this will spread awareness. So I'm doing things. I'm kind of doing some things without asking. I'm putting comments with the call schedule on other TIs' videos. And guys, if you're watching my video, I've done that. I thought that y'all would be all right with it. And I'm also gonna be doing my YouTube campaign. I want other TIs who have YouTube channels to do that with me, to go to channels about this kind of stuff, about government surveillance, about anything that's where people are kind of looking into what's happening in their world, and put information out. Just say, you don't even have to lead people to your channel, but just say, there are citizens in the world who, are being, tortured, experimented on, and killed by directed energy weapons. Please check out organized gang stalking and targeted individuals. And give them my channel if you want. Give them your channel. Give them 2 channels. Put the conference calls numbers. Just say look up organized stalking and target individuals if that's what you want to do. But please, go ahead and help me in that. It's something we can do immediately to spread awareness. And I want to fan the flames of peace, of understanding, because when we all understand what's happening, there's not as much chance for mistakes or something that unfocuses us that can cause danger in our society when we're all on the same page. And these things, they're hard. Being targeted is hard, and there's no simple answers to it. But when we start, spreading information and awareness, and other people out on the streets who are really looking into things are aware, they'll spread it to their families, maybe people who, aren't into social media, who are just looking at the mainstream media. These things are very, very important. I'll never stop. I'll never stop. I've never been more impressed by people in my life. People being so hurt. They've had so many things that I can't even imagine that have been, taken from them in their lives, and they turn around and they help people. And I just, I wish it would have been any situation